Hey, thought you'd stop by eventually. I got a really good episode of ZooTube waiting just for you. Alright, so you should probably stick around. Today, we're going back into the video essayist category of tubers. Alright, the rare variant, alright? Some would even call her the final boss. Yeah. Stick around after the intro. I got a big surprise for you, okay?
Oh my god!
So I introduce to you the final boss of the video essayists, Lindsay Ellis. Lindsay Ellis, what does she do? She makes small movies about her ongoings, about stuff she finds in pop culture and whatnot, but a real analysis of this character is not what you'll find here. I'm here to provide insight and commentary. I'm not here to dissect the lives of these tubers. If you want that, you go somewhere else, okay? I'm here to either roast or toast, alright? And Lindsay, there's a toast to you, alright? Lindsay obviously understands that things are needlessly complex these days. You know, to understand something is quite simple, especially when you adopt the role of an observer. I would say being an observer entity is far more gratifying and rewarding than to be someone who actively engages in conflict, alright? Most of you feel the same way, but to actually operate under this capacity is something else entirely. Maybe we need this for world peace. You know, people to just take a step back and think, hey, you and I, we're human. What are we doing? Let's not do that, okay? Let's go meet the aliens and get the girl. That's my philosophy since day one. Now, Lindsay, I know you've been kind of under the radar recently. You know what that means? You play that back. What is this? Now, Lindsay, I don't really know what canceling is. I haven't really had a formal education, so some of these terms just don't really make much sense to me, quite frankly. But to be honest with you, I know you've been through some troubles, and I know that, you know, the herd has been extra tight on you, alright? They've been cracking down, and you haven't really been catching much of a breath. We need to get down to the nitty-gritty, alright? What's important to you is this issue you have. They're trying to push you off of Twitter. From what I gather, I would say that anything that pushes someone off of Twitter is a miracle of God. Hold on, maybe this guy has a point. Alright, I really do have a point, and I really need you guys to listen, alright? Because I'm gonna revisit the topic we've already spoken about. And this is because I just want to lay it down. Knowing what not to do is important. And I know I talk about what we really shouldn't be doing, but I'll tell you what you should be doing, alright? You should be deleting Twitter. You already know this. You already know I was gonna say this, alright? Twitter trains people to become more reactive, which is why Lindsay has this problem in the first place, alright? And you could say that it's not entirely Twitter's fault, you know, maybe it's a symptom of what's going on nowadays with smartphones. You know, the constant ongoings, bickering back and forth, right? Texts, alerts, noises. Trains you to just sort of jump. I think Lindsay's on the same page as me. You don't need a Twitter to get things done nowadays, alright? People are paying attention to you. Hating people, alright? Giving into this whole thing that Lindsay Ellis had experienced, alright? Things like that. Giving into negative emotions and then, you know, latching onto it, continuing forward with that mentality onto the next whoever you're gonna, you know, get upset about. That's so bad for you. I don't know why you're doing it, so stop, okay? Hey, you don't do that to Lindsay, okay? It's bad. Stop hurting her. So just before YouTubers all decide to go and delete Twitter, make sure to promote all my videos on your Twitter timeline. Look, this problem stems at its core from a smartphone. Alright, all these apps, instant messaging and whatnot, people have access to you all the time, alright, and you let them in. You do, because you're addicted. You can't stop, alright, just an inkling of attention, even if it's the wrong kind. You're gonna check it out. This is what happens, alright? Sometimes you're gonna see things you don't want to see. Ideas that shouldn't really spread proliferate easily on social media. Once you start cutting this out, what happens to your mind is quite incredible. You become smarter. I don't be telling my tubers to do this, alright, but I really do mean this. That is so bad for your mind. Oh, so Lindsay, I wouldn't worry about your prior transgressions. You know, I'm sorry that it hangs over your head. It's not really a big deal. I would say there's no need to give it attention. And obviously you feel the need to because on some level you feel like you've done something wrong. You really haven't. You've just been doing what you think is right all this time. And there's nothing wrong with that, okay? It's what we all do. Alright, so Lindsay Ellis, I'm going to tie you into an operation I'm running called Operation Blank Slate, okay? Now, I can't clean everything up for you, and we don't need to do that. So, my deep ocean scrubbers cannot reach the Google server farm on the deepest part of the Mariana Trench. Therefore, we're gonna have to do our best to help Lindsay out, okay? Alright, so this is why you came here. You're not here to talk about Twitter or canceling or whatever this stuff is that's going on with you. You want to talk about aliens, alright? I know your body of work, okay? I've been familiarizing myself with it. And I do have to say, quite impressive. You're quite the smarty pants, especially when it comes to writing a book, a good book. I think it's really interesting when a tuber sort of extends outwards, like Filthy Frank. He made a book. I don't know how it was, if it was a bestseller or not. Kill for it, Lindsay Ellis. Signed copy of Axiom's End. I think you have thought about something we haven't talked about as far as aliens are concerned, and that is the medium of communication. Alright, how do we interpret what an alien has to say? You don't even know what's happening when it's happening around you. Once you know, you know. This is just what the reports say. I'm not too sure if this is real myself, alright? So Lindsay, if you're looking for someone who knows how to talk to aliens, obviously look no further. I'm a guy who knows people who know how to talk to aliens, alright? I have no idea what an alien looks like. They could be big and scary for all I know. I wouldn't ever want to see an alien in my entire life. But Lindsay, you ever see me at TuberCon or wherever I end up? I would love to go to VidCon. Just roast my tubers like in person. You want to meet aliens, don't you, Lindsay? I know you do. And I do as well. Alright? I really do. So, you maybe stick around, just like Jenny, Contra, your video essayist buddies. Now that I defeated the final boss, I think maybe take some time to recuperate. I don't really know if you guys care much for this stuff, but we have some concepts. Really just one concept. It's called tuber spaghettification. Tuber spaghettification. You got figure 1 and figure 2. Alright, first one, Lindsay's at the Google event horizon, obviously getting sucked in to another video idea. And figure 2 is Lindsay post-production, obviously really stretched out. Tuber spaghettification is a fundamental law of relativity, which states that the more a YouTuber researches a topic, the longer the video gets. Simple concept, alright? Peace of mind though. We all know that these tubers be stretching their videos to 10 minutes or longer. But Lindsay, she goes for the full 2 hours. Don't know how she does it. Lindsay, you want to write a video for me? I'll act it out. I'll take your place. Alright, so we're going to quickly do this. The YouTuber hierarchy of needs. Everybody's favorite moment of the show. Lindsay Ellis, obviously, lateral ascension, alright? Nearing the top. You could obviously leave the platform and pursue a successful career as an author, maybe even a teacher, whatever you want, alright? But I know, like, hey, YouTube, it's an addiction. Nobody can get off the platform unless they're kicked off or something really bad happens. I think that's an episode in a wrap. I hope you enjoyed it. I sure did too. Have a good rest of your day. And as always, we'll see you next time.